Hi there, I'm Damon Wood with Modern Music Studio, and this is a 30-minute ukulele lesson. This is going to be some stuff for beginners in the front and some easy songs, and then some more chords will come later and some little more complicated songs towards the end of the 30 minutes. So I'm going to start out with names of the strings. So the top string is G, then you have C, then you have E, and you have A. Okay, the main kind of chord of the ukulele is a C major chord. Very easy to play, just have to play the 3rd fret on the bottom string. And when we name those strings, the bottom string is 1, the next one's 2, the next one's 3, the top string is string 4. Okay, so C chord, let's talk about the C scale. So the C string will start the C scale, so we're going to play open on that string, and then 2nd fret, and then we're going to go to the next string and play the open 1st fret, 3rd fret, then the next string, open 2nd fret, 3rd fret. Okay? Okay, so let's play that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll do a couple exercises with that scale too. So we're going to go up 4 notes up the scale, and then back down to the 2nd note, and up 4 notes from that for this exercise. This is the 4s exercise. So. Okay, we can try that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and there's another exercise we can do, which is thirds, which is going from the 1st note of the scale, skipping the 2nd note and going to the 3rd note. That's called its third. That's how harmony and chords are stacked, is in thirds. So this one's going to go. Okay, so let's try that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, C major scale. All right, talk a little bit about the notes. So these are the notes of the C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Okay, and sharps and flats happen when you are looking for a note in between a C and a D, let's say. That note in between there could be called a C sharp because it's higher than C, or it could be called a D flat because it's lower than D. So if we want to walk up this one string, C, C sharp, we'll use sharps going up. So C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. Now there is no sharp of E, you go straight to F. F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, and there is no B sharp, you go right to C. 12th fret is the same note as the open. So we went from C all the way to C. Okay, so moving along, we'll get into, here's some basic chords for ukulele that you'll use a lot in the beginning songs that you'll see. So this is the key of C, the chords in the key of C. So C, and you'll see F and G used a lot with that. That'll be the 1, 4, 5, the major chords of that key. So C, just 3 on the bottom. F is 2 on the top, open, and then 1, and then open. And G is open, 2, 3, 2. So you get those fingers with a string in between them, you put that one in there. That's your G. Now let's look at a variation of G. G7 is another one that we'll see in a lot of your beginning songs on this instrument. So other chords in that key, the minor chords of that key, A minor is one. That's a 2 on top with opens. Also E minor is one. open, 4, 3, 2. And D minor would be the other minor chord in that key. And that's 2. They have to share that fret. They have to squeeze in there. 2, 2, 1, open. D minor. Okay, so we'll run through a few more chords and then we'll get started on some songs. Another 7 chord that gets used a lot is, instead of C major here, if you use the first fret there, you have C7. Those 7 chords, that means dominant 7 when it just says 7. And that means a major chord with a minor note added to it. It's actually the 7th note of a major scale is flatted, and that is added to those other major notes, and you get that kind of bluesy twang, a mixture of kind of major and minor elements. Okay, here's another 7 chord. D7 is 2, open, 2, open. Another dominant 7 chord. This would be A major, 2, 1, open, open. If we take that 2 out of there, we have open, 1, open, open. That's an A7 chord. If you moved everything up and did a bar on that, if you had all 2s and a 3 on the 3rd string up here, that'd be a B7. So we went from A7 up 2 frets to a B7. If you took that up another fret, that'd be another way to do a C7. But we're going to do the C7 like that for now. Here's an E7, 1, 2, open, 2. So I think that covered most of our 7s there. All right, we're gonna go to the first song. This is "This Land Is Your Land" by Woody Guthrie, and this one kind of starts out with these little notes. Okay, so open 2, open 1 gets us going with the "This land is your land," that kind of thing. So we're gonna come in on that F chord. We have F, then C, then G7, which was that one. So we have F to start, then we're going to have C, then we're going to have G7, back to C, and that repeats. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Going to the C, going to the G7, back to C, back to the F, C, G7, back to C. So we want to keep going. Let's go back to F, C, G7, C, back to the F, C, G7, and C. Now if you want to do a little finger picking, spice it up a little bit, you could go. So all I'm doing is using 4 different fingers, starting on top with the thumb, next string with the first finger, next string with the second finger, last string with the third finger. So starting with the F, 2, 3, 4. G7, back to C, back to F, C, G7, and C. Okay, so our next song is going to be Amazing Grace. So we are going to use both the G7 and the C7 in this one. We're also going to add a minor chord, the A minor. Had the 2 on top with the opens. Okay, this one's in 3/4 time. And this is going to start with, that's your May, that's your kind of beginning there. So 3 strums for each chord. So starting with C. Going to C7, going to F, back to C, C again, 1, 2, going to A minor, and G7, and again, back to C, C7, F, C, A minor, G7, and C. Twice. Back to the beginning. C7, F, back to C, again, A minor, and C. So on that one, you can kind of do a finger picking like 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So all I'm doing on that, since we have 3 beats to do, I'm doing like 1 and 2 and 3 and I'm doing that by going. So it's a 6-note phrase. So you just restart that with your next chord. So start it over again, etc. Okay? So moving on to the next song. This is the Beatles. You've Got to Hide Your Love Away. So this one's gonna have a couple new additions. We're gonna have a D major chord, 2, 2, 2 open. We're also gonna have a D sus4 and a D7. That's the little chord that kind of goes back and kind of they share a measure. This one is actually in 6/8. So for each chord you have 1, 2, 3. So the beginning of this is like, so 1, 2, 3, and then switch chords. So when you have 2 chords in the same measure, they get 3 of those short little beats each. But if you have 1 chord taking a whole measure, then it's going to get 6 beats. Okay? So the first note of this one is Here I Stand. So that's kind of where we're starting on that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Then we'll start. That'll be our counting. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. We got the G. Okay, so let's go through the first part of that. I'll call the chords off here. You should have had a chart to look at on that last go round. So here we go, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, G to D, F to G, then C for a whole bar, and then F to C, G to D, F to G, C for a whole bar, then F to C to D, G to D, F to G, C, F to C, G to D, F to G, C, F to C to D, chorus, G chord, C, and then the sus, let's take it to the outro. End on the G. Okay. The next song is going to be The Letter. I know this one from Joe Cocker. This one's gonna have its first note. Give me ticket for an aeroplane. That kind of vibe, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor again. We're going to A7 here. It's a new chord for this song. E minor, now C7. And the B7 was on that second fret. We're going back to E minor. So let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to A7, C7, B7, back to E minor. One more E minor, and then we're on the chorus. G. And those are faster, 2 beats each. And with B7 on that one. Okay, so let's run those again from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more E minor, going to the chorus. Chorus. B7. And at the end, kind of have a little turnaround there. They do it once extra. All right. The next song is A Hard Day's Night by the Beatles. This one we're going to introduce a G minor chord. So that's open, 2, 3, and 1. G minor. It's been a hard day's night, that kind of thing. Then G minor, back to C, and then the C to F, C, G minor, back to C. Now we're going to F, G, C to F, back to C. Start again. Been a hard G minor, C to F, back to C, G minor, and then our F, G, C, F, C. One more C. E minor, A minor, E minor, and again, A minor, F, G, and again. Let's do that just a little bit more. 1, 2, 3. Hold that C. Bridge when I'm home. Back to the beginning. Make me feel alright. So that one also has a little quick little turnaround. Okay, next song. So this one we're going to introduce a B flat chord. So this is kind of a partial bar type of deal. Instead of using all your fingers to have to bar it, you really just need the bottom 2 strings on the first fret with your first finger. Try to get the 2 above that and the 3 above that. That can be a little difficult at first, getting those fingers to stand up tall. But that's a B flat chord. So we're just going to do an easy little chorus of Bye Bye Love. Bye Bye Love. So that's our basic thing. We're going B flat to F a few times, And you'll see the tab with the other chords coming in, C7 and things. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the F. And then we're going F to C7, back to F. Back to B flat. F to C7, back to F, and repeat that again. F, C7, F. All right, moving on along. This next song is Happy Together by the Turtles. This one's gonna have a D minor chord and a D major chord and an A major chord and a B flat chord. So, imagine me and you. That's the vibe on this one. So we're starting on D minor. 1, 2, 3. Imagine me and you. Coming off B flat to the A. Back to D minor. Coming up on the last song here. So this one's like, should old acquaintance, this kind of vibe. So this one kind of starts out, should old, this kind of thing. Here goes G sharp diminished. Okay, so let's look at that G sharp diminished. 1, 2, 1, 2. Gotta use all those different fingers on that one. So let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. let's see, we can get to another song here. We have a little bit more time. Let's do Bad, Bad Leroy Brown. G, A7, B7, C, and D7. So this one kind of has a vibe like, well, the south side of Chicago was the baddest, that kind of thing. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. B7 to C, D7, back to G. Then the next kind of line starts. A7, B7, C, D7, back to G. Bad. Same thing for the chorus. One more time. To the A7, B7, to C, and D7, back to G. And he's bad, bad, Leroy Brown. So something you could do with finger picking on that. So all I was doing there is kind of giving it a little swing, but going. So just up and down with each of the fingers. Three, four. Right, well, thanks for watching, and come see us at Modern Music Studio, where we teach all kinds of different instruments. I teach guitar, bass, mandolin, dobro, banjo, and ukulele. And we have piano teachers, vocal teachers, drum teachers. We've got pretty much everything, so come and see us. We do online lessons as well. Thanks to Jeremy and the gang. And ukulele lesson number 2 coming someday soon. Peace.